Hello again for another little episode about stories and tips about my art career. I was talking to an artist from the UK last week and it was my first time meeting her. I could not believe what she told me. She's been selling her art. Her art is fantastic. She's been giving the money that she received from the sale of her art to charity. There was a huge question there about whoa, why would you do that? And it took me back to the feelings I had when I started selling my art. So I'm going to tell you the story when I sold my first piece of art. It was in 1999. It was a little group show from artists in Toronto, and I brought my little painting that I was doing at the time on those tree mushrooms that I found, this kind of little funky drawings I was doing on those items that I would find in nature. And I remember the feeling. I felt like, first of all, it was really hard to price my art. I felt like it was too expensive. Just to say it wasn't, it was $100 and it was taking me quite a few hours to make it. But I felt like I was ripping the person off. I felt like the person bought the piece of art because they were just being nice to me. It's like I could not believe that he just liked the piece of art and wanted to have it. I had to make a whole bunch of stories inside my mind why he decided to buy it. He felt sorry for me. Maybe I had 3 young kids. I was trying to make a living from whatever we could because we just quit our job and he wanted to support me. From talking to a lot of artists, I know that this is quite common. It's really hard to believe that someone would like our art and buy it and just because they just really like it. I remember talking to a photographer from the US too, and the same thing happened to her. She could not believe one of her large photography, which was priced higher end from all her pieces, had sold in a gallery group show, and she just didn't believe it. And I remember her telling me that she was sure that the person did it out of pity. Those feelings, little by little, we can work on them, and little by little they go away, and little by little we can sell our art because we're doing good art, good work, and people appreciate it, and it just becomes much more joyful to sell our art when we just have appreciation for the money we're receiving. That is just a thank you for our good work and all the energy that we put into our life to be creating the work that we're doing. Do you tell yourself crazy stuff like that when you sell a piece of art or when you try to sell? Or what happened at this moment of transaction? What kind of weird ideas do you have around receiving money for your art? I mean, this could be a long conversation. Today I'm just giving you this few minute story about how I went through that too when I started selling my art. I look forward to meeting you if you sign up to the New Moon Zoom, which is a gathering of artists at the end of the month or on the new moon to share our joys and struggles around our creative processes. If you're watching this on Instagram or Facebook, you can share, follow me on YouTube, comment, tell me how this is interesting or useful to you. I love to hear from you, and lots of love to you all.